My name is Phedon Papamichael, Phedon Papamichael. I'm a cinematographer, director. I went to school in Munich, Germany, then moved to, didn't, started as a still photographer, but then kind of moved, after I finished high school and some little bit of photography work in Germany. I moved to New York in 1984 when I was very young, and was initially going to go to film school, was exploring various options, but then kind of got lucky, I guess, because somebody approached me to shoot a short film, and I shot that self-taught, basically. They had a Acclaim NPR 60 millimeter. I got the manual. I learned how to thread the film. I hired a bunch of friends to be my assistant, and so we kind of got going on just filming, and then the next person came. I did the next short film, and it carried on. Then I moved to Los Angeles. I ended up shooting student films for people that were UCLA and A5 students. I did some UCLA graduate film, met Alexander Payne back then on a short film where he was a boom man. So, just one thing led to another, and I never really ended up going to film school. And I guess my big film school was the Roger Corman Studios. But back then in the 80s, he was doing these feature films, and they would always be 15-day shoots, and we shot 35 millimeter. We had a great crew, mostly students at the time, like Janusz Kaminski, Mauro Fiore, Wally Pfister. They were all still in school, and they ended up, we lasted for decades and decades working together. uh, Janusz gaffed, and he shot second unit on this film called Streets. Then Mauro Fiore was my dolly grip, and later also my gaffer, till Janusz stole him and he gaffed Schindler's List. Wally Pfister ended up being my operator for 10 years. So we had this little group and this friendship, and, for 3 decades later, we're still friends. And, so that was kind of good. I always think, in a way, it worked out because I, in some ways, maybe saved 4 years of film school and just got really right into it. And I still feel in our profession, maybe it's more advantageous to actually be working with friends and shooting things rather than, getting a master's in film. But of course, film school has its purpose and its advantages because it's more like who do you meet, because the most important thing, I think, in filmmaking is to form groups of filmmakers that are pursuing, first of all, that are on the same level as you, and then they're pursuing to make similar kind of movies you want to. I mean, there's a million ways to skin a cat. So some people, want to do commercial movies, some want to do art house, some want to do commercials only. So you can find a director, ideally as a cinematographer, find a director that likes the same kind of movies. And therefore, like in a film school, you have the opportunity to meet people and form these friendships, and hopefully they last and carry you through like your graduation and into the professional realm.